Hi there YouTube, Big G back again with another video. And first off, sorry for the lack of content. As I mentioned before, I'm in the process of moving. I've been transferred to another town in well, it's actually a promotion, so that's always good news. And I just haven't had much chance to do any sort of game chasing or collecting. But yeah, we can see I'm walking around one of the auctions, local one here, and the first thing that catches the corner of my eye is a PlayStation 4. So I thought, well, let me have a look at it. Maybe it'll come up really cheap. And a couple of Skylanders. Now you can see that it's been marked with some sort of paint on them. And now normally the supermarkets do this so that you can't take it back to them. So it's obviously stuff that just hasn't sold. It's brand new sealed in box game with the Skylanders for the Wii. Even a control, so all this stuff should be possibly working, or it shouldn't really have any issues with it. And they mark it with paint so that you can't return it, but a little bit of thinners can still take it off if you really want to be so inclined. But the PlayStation 4 looks fine. It's still in box, it looks in good condition, so I'll see if it comes up. And here's a whole bag of games at the same auction. Now I found it very suspicious that these games are just like sort of either somebody had put them one side, all of them together, so they wanted to bid on them. But I actually came back before they came up on sale and had a closer look at them, and every one of the discs was scratched or damaged in some way. So these are obviously from some must be a second-hand store or one of those stores that actually trade games, and all these games would not work. So unless you were looking for covers, not worth it. So I didn't stick around for that, although I thought I'd get a good bargain on it. Now we're at a second auction, and I'm just busy walking around here looking at all the goodies. The first thing is not many people at this auction, or even the previous one, which is always a good sign. And right down, hidden away in a corner, I spot an Intellivision, boxed, which is always great. And the games, 3 games that it's got, not bad at all, and I'm definitely going to bid on this. So I'm going to scrounge around and see what else there is. You always got to really dig through the piles of nonsense and see what else there is. And there's all sorts. Even one of those carpet bowl sets, brand new. And I remember playing that back in the day when I was a youngster, playing carpet bowls. Always fun. Amongst some of the other stuff, I always spot a pile of DVDs and music CDs. Now if you normally dig amongst these, and yes, as I thought, there's a couple of games. 3 PSP portable games. I'm going to bid on that as well as even a Wii game I see stuck away there. And the bidding has started for the Intellivision. Now I've put up this still because my camera was behind somebody's back.
How much do you have a bid already?
100 Rand.
100 Rand a half for that whole lot.
Let's see how we do.
No idea.
100 Rand, no guarantees. We can put it back on auction though if you want. 100 Rand I have. 100 I have. 110, 120, 120, 130, 130, 140, 150, 150, 160, 170, 170, 180, 180, 190. These are very collectible. 180 over there, 190. Anyone else? 180, it's yours, number
3033.
3033. Okay.
Okay, so 2 auctions. I've actually been to a couple of auctions, and there just hasn't been much around. So first off, the auction that had the PlayStation 4 and Skylanders, the guys were just taking too long. I actually ran out of time and I didn't stick around until the end. I wanted to, because there was very few people at that particular auction, so there's a good chance I could get it really cheap. But you know, it's one of those things. I just couldn't stick around. They were taking hours to get there. I wasn't going to sit there for 3 hours waiting for it to come up, and then lo and behold there's somebody else that's after it. So I'm not even sure what it went for. It could have gone really cheaply. I think it would have gone really cheaply. So I got nothing at that first auction. At the second auction, the one with the Intellivision, I got it, as you saw. I got it for 180 Rand, boxed. Now the first thing that you'll notice, Gary Player on there. Now I was often teased as a youngster. I used to play a lot of sport, and one of my nicknames was Gary Player, fellow South African. So that caught my eye straight away. The box is not too bad a condition. And let me just take out the console. Now I already have a couple of these in my collection, so if anybody's looking for one, let me know. I'm sure it works. These things were quite bulletproof, not in bad condition at all. I must probably do a mod on it. The controllers actually look quite good, so chuffed, 180 Rand for these. Not bad, especially if it's working, and I'm sure it is working. And what else is in there? It's got the RF little modulator thing and a couple of the pamphlets. It's always nice to have the original pamphlets. What is this? This will be just the, it's just the instruction manual and one of the cartridges, a list of cartridges for that. Now, let's just have a look at the actual carts themselves. And when you pick up these Intellivision cartridges, they're normally in really poor shape because they are cardboard. You can see there, cardboard. And these are actually quite good. So if you have a look there, back in the day, sold for 47 Rand, which was really expensive back then. And if you owned a Intellivision system, then you can see all the inlays are there and the cards look quite good. If you own an Intellivision system, you were quite well off. And what's this here? Lock and Chase, also really good condition. And the carts and the inlays, looks like the instruction manuals there. I think I've got these already. And Frog Bog. Okay, there's the carts falling out, the cart in there, and the inlays as well. So really happy with that. Always nice just to have another one. I can always use it for trade and so forth. Then I also picked up that lot of games. So let's just quickly go through that. There was 3 PlayStation portable games. I think I've already got them in my collection because they seem to be very common. They pop up everywhere. Tiger Woods, and I did check the little cartridges are in there. Pirates of the Caribbean, I think I've got about 3 or 4 copies of that by now. And Avatar. I've seen this game around so many places. Either it must be a very good game, or it was a very cheap game. I'm not sure. And let's have a look. Some PC games. Oh well, if I ever want to take up horse riding, so there's an equestrian challenge. Very obscure. And okay, Champion Rider, obviously somebody into their horses. Those are Musobi Turf. This is, oh yes, okay, the Settlers, Heritage of Kings, complete. I did play some of the Settlers games. They were good fun. Age of Empires, Collector's Edition, so all of them, that's always great. Great games in Age of Empires. Pirates of the Caribbean for the Wii. Let's just make sure that it's inside here. Yeah, there we are. Manuals, everything is inside there for the Wii. Always nice to pick up Wii games. And, a classic, a DVD, Sound of Music. Really enjoyed this. I remember having the record for it, and quite embarrassing. I think I knew all the songs off by heart. I think most of us did from that era. And then some PlayStation 2 games. What is this? Monster Rumble. Yeah, that's there, but no manual. And another one here, Space Arcade Collection. That sounds interesting. Space Arcade Collection. Let's hope it's got some good Space Invader clones. And, crap movie, Killers. Didn't enjoy it. Ashton Kutcher. I don't enjoy his acting. And let's have a look here. What else was in that pile? Empire Earth 3. Never played that. Don't know what it's like. So yes, out of the auctions, not bad. As I said, I've been to a couple of auctions. Hasn't been a hell of a lot, but I've done very little game chasing because most weekends I've either been away or not much happening. But let's have a look. What else did I manage to pick up? At one of the second-hand stores, I think I paid 10 Rand or something for this sealed. What's this? Nintendo Dogs and Cats, still sealed. Bought this in, I think it was while I was up in Joburg at one of the Cash Crusaders. Then I walked into one of the second-hand stores and picked this up. I don't know, 20 Rand or 30 Rand or something like that. I don't have one. This is an Action Max. One of those games you actually played on your VHS cassette, and I don't think you actually could control it. I think you controlled it with your remote control or something like that. Never tried it, but it actually looks quite interesting. Just one of those strange games that you buy for your collection. And let's see, what else was there? Oh, and then, I don't know if I showed this on one of the previous ones, but online I managed to get with one of the Black Friday specials. I got 2 Super Mario 30-year anniversary editions, the pixel ones. These cost me 139 Rand, so what's that? $10, somewhere around there, 10 US dollars. And then some more. I never thought I'd collect or get hold of amiibos, but they're coming up really cheap now, still in box on the auction sites as the people are selling them off. And these I paid, although they're marked 169 Rand, I paid like 70 Rand each. somewhere around there, 70 or 80 rand each. So what's that, $5-6, somewhere around there. So this is Fox, what's this, Star Fox. And then we've got another, Zelda. So yes, it's Zelda. And yeah, this is Fox. Let's just see which other ones I've got there. Captain Falcon and Luigi and Link, and the last one is good old Samus. Okay, so I never thought I'd get amiibos, but oh well, if they're going really cheap, I'll get them, keep them in their boxes, hang them on my wall. I always like my figurines. And yeah guys, that's about it. It's a very scarce game chasing pickups, not much happening. As I said, I'm in the process of moving. Everything here behind me, everything's going to be packed up in boxes one of these days for the big move next year. So that's it from me for this quick pickups or auction madness video. It'll probably be the last one for 2016. So that's cheers from me guys, and yes, keep it retro.